Grand Armentor. This video is going to be going over the analysis of you running during the first day and the second time we got you doing these speed runs for the results. Basically, first clip we're going to go to is a live shot of just your starts. So we're going to break it down and go a little bit slower. But watch your hands. You see your hands were going to go, they're kind of like bent down, like if you had a bent wrist. Look at your left hand right now. See how it turns over? Watch it again, Left hand, right in front. It's almost like it's not very aerodynamic, and look how tight your neck is. Look at that. Really tight face. So what we're going to do is we're going to be working on that in the future, just making you aware of it. Grant, another thing to be aware of right here, this is just run throughs. Watch your right hand as it's crossing over your chest. I'm going to slow it down. Your knees are inside, that's why we had you on the line, but your right hand's crossing over your body. Your left hand's staying in the lane, it needs to. A little in, but the right hand, that's another thing to be aware of. Don't let it cross your body. Alright, Grant, 40-yard dash. Now this right here is a live shot of your 40-yard dash. You're going pretty quick. Your hands are all inside. Now we're going to start breaking this thing down. Look at that right hand. See how it flared out right at the beginning of that start? Make sure you keep those hands inside. Don't just throw them out and then have that straight elbow. Remember, your elbow's bent. That's where your power's at in the beginning. And you see your right hand still crossing over. Watch that left hand. See the left hand? How it's kind of moving around, flapping. There's a live action again. Watch it. Now we're going to slow it down. Look at that right hand right there. Boom. Sticks way out like a stick. Now we're going to go a little bit slower. I'm just going to walk you through this. Your knees are inside. You're very a narrow runner. But the main thing you need to be focused on is using your hands and keeping them inside and not so straight at that beginning. And once you get going and stand up, since you're tall, you want to make sure that my arms are staying in their lanes. So your right hand's doing somewhat inside, but your left hand, make sure you keep your left hand and your wrist straight. Don't let it flap around. As we start to get closer at the end, you'll start seeing this left hand move. It's not staying still. Watch it turn. Right here. Look at that. See that? See how flappy it is? Even at the end, you have your hands touching, but we'll get better at it, bro. Alright, Grant, this is a 60-yard dash on the first day. And you had you improved a lot, but your hands are very consistently, we're going to have to definitely work on that, because they're consistently coming to the inside of your body. We definitely work on those dorsiflex, getting those toes up a little bit higher. This is a live shot of the 60. Much better than the first day, I promise you. But we still, as we slow it down, we'll still see the right hand has a tendency to creep over. So the good news is you're consistent, you're not sporadic with it, meaning that we just need to change the muscle memory. Your knee drive's pretty good, I would say. I wouldn't say it's awesome. So that's a good thing. We can increase your stride length. It's a mediocre right there. That's a 60 and your legs are really not all the way up when they need to be. Alright, Mr. Grant, this is the 100-yard dash. This is the one we actually did on the first day. You can definitely see your form is not perfect. You'll see yourself as a little bit more aggressive when you're running. You want to be a little bit more passive, but yet effective. You want to be efficient. So to watch this clip and then watch this next clip. Way more narrow, way more inside, and that's very good. That's just from day 1 to day 2, of us working with you. So there's definitely already an increase, but your knee drive needs to be a little bit better. Overall, your hand movements are good. They're staying in their lanes. On this one a little bit better because it was at the end of your session. We just kept pounding it to you guys that you need to keep your hands in, and you finally got it on that one. But for the most part, keep your wrist still. I still see on a lot of these clips, and you'll notice them as well, is your hands are flopping around. And that's only due to hand strength and wrist strength. But these are some extra clips of just some extra stuff we had going on with the back pedal turn and run. We need to get your hip flexors more flexible so they can get up and over. And you need to watch your hands when you're doing this. When you do back pedals, you flop your hands, so at least you're repetitive with whatever you're doing, Grant, your wrist or flopping. It's happening in every position, every exercise, everything. It's always coming back up. So we know that it's consistent, which is a good thing. That way we know what to work on and how to eliminate it. But for the most part, man, you've done kick, butt, and everything. There's, dorsiflex is something that you need to work on with you getting your toes up, your knees up. When you're doing these turns, I see a lot of you guys, you have low knees on the turn. And when you restart, your arms are not really engaging. But overall, very good, man. Here's some side-to-side runs that we're doing. Now, I'm not going to be analyzing as much on this section right now because I'm not worried about your side-to-side runs at this current time. I'm more focused on your forward and backwards. Make sure that you get this correct. Overall, dude, incredible effort. I know that we're going to be able to go a long way with this just by focusing on what is your weak points and understanding your weak points, because they're there for a reason, and we're here for a reason to make sure we can eliminate those so we can get better habits with muscle memory that's going to create you to be an overall better athlete. And again, we'll analyze jumping and vertical jumps as we progress through this thing. But for overall, dude, just keep doing what you're doing. Bring your A game. We're going to make you an athlete. Stay awesome.
Uncoordinated according to the accordion. Player with the tight squeeze, compressing the keys, making the mic scream.